guys, welcome back to Modern Storage Unpacked. Today we are back on site at one of Modern Storage's newest locations. We're at the construction zone. We were here a few months ago, and if you haven't checked out that podcast with Les, definitely go check that out first. But he's going to be showing us today kind of what's changed since we were here last. We were just going vertical the last time that we were here, and so now there's a whole second floor that was built. Still some finishing touches to do, but come along with us to see what has changed. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a new episode. Let's go chat with Les and see if he can give us a tour.
This is Modern Storage Unpacked. Let's go.
All right, so Les, can you walk us through a little bit of what has changed since we were here last? I know we're kind of standing in the office now. I think this was outside before, right?
Yeah, it was. It was probably open at the time.
Yeah.
So now it's closed in with the glass. We've finished all the framing. We've hung the drywall. We've actually started the painting. Well, this is actually primer that's on the wall.
Okay.
They'll come in and they'll prime it, and we'll do another sanding process before we start putting the paint on, which the paint's going to start starting today.
Wow, awesome. Okay. Besides like the painting, what else is needed to kind of complete this office area? I know we got the amenities, the conference room over there, business center, coffee bar. What other things are needed to get those things kind of wrapped up?
Well, that's what we're working on is the finishes on it. So the paint will be the first thing. We'll after that, the light fixtures will go on, the electrical outlets, so we'll finish those out, the flooring and so forth. But, the flooring will be the last thing. We don't want to put the flooring in now and then have everything
all messed it up. Yeah, it looks great. I can definitely see the vision all coming together. Do you mind walking us through some of the hallways? Do we have any of the units kind of up and visible for us to see?
Yeah, they're probably about 95% complete.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, we can walk through.
Let's go check it out. Wow, it looks so different. I know last time we were here, we were just going vertical and actually seeing, the units in place. I even see the numbers on each of them.
We have started.
Close.
This is getting close to getting finished. A lot of finishing touches, a lot of loose ends. I mean, it looks, like I said, we're about 95%, but on a building this large, that 5%,
takes a while. Yeah, absolutely. As far as like this first floor and these units itself, is there anything else that needs to be done?
There's still a little bit of electrical that needs to be done, fine tuning on the HVAC and a little bit of the fire suppression system, the fire alarm, just little loose ends, that need to be done. Elevators as well. We're working on the elevators.
Elevators, yeah. I think there's 3 that's going to be in over here.
There's 3 of them here, yeah.
Okay, awesome. And I know we have a whole ceiling above us right now, and there is a second floor up there, right?
Yeah, we'll show you that a little later.
Is there anything new up there? What kind of units can customers expect? Can you tell us a little about it?
Well, the floor is poured.
Okay.
We have actually started doing some going vertical on the second floor as well. It's not nearly as close as this one here, but yeah, there are some. It's worth looking at. We can go up there right now if you want to go look at it.
Let's go check it out.
All right.
What sets this location apart from our other Modern Storage locations?
This actually has a loading dock that our other locations don't have. Where a big truck can actually pull up to it, like a big 18-wheeler, and it can unload.
Yeah.
We do have a loading dock here where it's a lot easier to unload a box truck or even a pickup truck.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask about that, that if there was anything unique about the parking and unloading here. I don't think that all the other locations have like a specific, loading dock. They might have where you can kind of pull up to the door, but that's super convenient.
And the second floor, not all of our locations have second floors. This building, we were able to have the second floor. We actually have 3 elevators in here. That'd be very convenient for anybody coming in at any location. They'll be able to come up to the second floor very easily. If you want to walk this way, it can kind of show you these units. You saw them downstairs, and you can see how they go together. The little bit of the skeleton that goes through, just watch your head coming under. It's just caution tape. It ain't going to hurt you, but might mess your hair up.
Yeah, I feel like this is what we were looking at downstairs when we were here a few months ago.
Yeah, and this is basically the skeleton going up, and there will be actually some more substantial framing that goes into this, but this is the starting point of what they use to lay everything out, get everything straight, get everything square, and then we come back and start infilling it.
Is there any difficulties like planning and executing the second floor, vision with that?
There's much more work involved with putting in a second floor. A lot more safety involved with it. Of course, the cost is quite a bit more as well.
Yes, I can imagine.
But you gain more square footage, so your cost of build out is a little cheaper when you go with the second floor.
So is there any part of the build that people don't necessarily see that takes a ton of work?
Oh, there's a ton of prep work. Quite a bit. I don't think we have enough time to go into all that. But yes, there is quite a bit of prep work that goes into, such as pouring this concrete. They spend more time doing the prep work than they actually do pouring the concrete and finish it out.
I could imagine, absolutely. Who are the real MVPs that work kind of behind the scenes to make all this happen?
Oh, that would be me.
That'd be you? Okay, I love it.
No, there's many people involved with this, and it takes a whole team to get this together. There's not really one MVP. Everybody has their part, and if one person doesn't do their part, it doesn't work well. So everybody has to put in full effort, so everybody's MVP.
That is an awesome answer. I do love that. If you had to describe this Modern Storage location in 3 words, what would you say?
It's very convenient.
I love that. I love that. Is that like with the loading docks, location itself,
the location,
elevators, as you can see behind us, are getting finished as well?
Being able to access this building from every point, every side of the building.
So it doesn't really matter where your storage unit is at, which part.
You're always going to be close.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is one benefit of this. Some of our locations are limited to 1 or 2 locations where you enter the building, and that's for security. But at this location, the size of this building, it mandated having those entrances, and we just had to update security more so on this one. So this one's got a little bit more money in the budget for security.
That is nice that there is going to be easier access, even if you might be in the middle of the building or in the back of the building, up on the top corner, you still got a close commute. What is one thing that you are most proud of about this project?
The perseverance that everybody's had with this, the challenges that we've had with an existing building and working around our system that we come in and then adapting it to this building. That's been a challenge.
What is one of the big differences between pretty much working with an existing building versus like building from a ground up, a new location?
From working ground up, you do exactly what you want to do and how you want to do it. With an existing location, you've got to modify and you've got to adjust to your existing building. So this building was functional the way it was. We tore a lot of it apart to be able to do what we needed to do here. So like the elevator, this is one thing. This building was fully functional. We had to cut a hole in the roof to get the elevator in. And for anyone that's never seen an elevator before it was an operational elevator, this is what it looks like.
So this did not have an elevator before. Well, I guess it, because we added a second floor. Yeah, right. Absolutely. So you had to cut a hole in the roof to put this in. That is insane.
I actually had to cut the floor, basically a 12 by 12 hole in the floor, and had to go down 6 feet, to get down to actually get the elevator installed as well.
So if you ever come to this location and you use the elevator, he is the man to thank for that. Love that. Well, Les, thank you so much for showing us around, taking us up to the second floor, which obviously wasn't here when we were here last. I'm really excited to see the finished project. I'm sure we'll be back kind of once things are wrapped up with all those finishing touches. I feel like there's so much work behind the scenes that goes into all of our locations, and you are ultimately the man to thank for that. So we're really excited to see the finished project. Do you have anything else that you'd like to mention before we let you get back to working?
Yeah, there's a lot of people involved with this, and it's a team effort. And I'm just out here in the field making sure it gets done. And so, our architects, our designers, our workers, everybody's got a part in the success of these projects.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving them a shout out, and I'm sure we will see you soon when this place is kind of wrapping up. Well, that is a wrap. Thank you guys so much for coming on this tour with Les and I, and to Les for giving that. As you can see, this first floor is almost done, and they will be opening soon, so stay tuned with that. Also, stay tuned so you don't miss the next episode of Modern Storage Unpacked.
That's a wrap for this episode of Modern Storage Unpacked. Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe. See you next time.